Okay, hey there, CSIT 120 Summer 2025 students. We made it to the end. This is the last class video. I'm going to cover a bunch of important things, a lot of information in this video, so make sure you sit back, you take notes, you listen carefully, you let me know if you have any questions. But before I get started, I just want to thank you for being such a great class. I was talking to Rick yesterday, telling him just how much I've enjoyed teaching this class again after many, many years. And you are the reason why. You've made it really fun. You've engaged in the class. And as a whole, you've done really, really fantastic. So I want to congratulate you. And I want to tell you a little bit about how we're going to wrap things up. We've got a couple of exciting things on tap for the next few weeks. All remaining class content is now available. So that means that if you want to finish early before the last day of class, which is August 2nd, you can do so. And so join me now as we take a look through what's coming up. So as we scroll down here, we'll see that week 7 that focuses on information system security and information systems management with just one assignment, assignment 12, is available now and due July 26th rather, which is next Saturday. So there's no incremental Wednesday deadline. You can see as we've gone along, we've kind of had that tick-tock cadence of Wednesday and Saturday, right? So as we approach week 7 and 8, you'll see that assignment 12 is due on the 26th. And then week 8, information system design, and our project work is due on Saturday, 8/2. One of the reasons that I designed it this way from the beginning was to make sure that you have extra time to work on your final project and to really polish your work as we come in to the final runway here at the end of the class. Note that 8/2 is the last day of class. I won't take any work after that day, no matter what it is, no late work, no nothing. Midnight is the last time you can turn anything in this class that counts towards your grade. So now would be a great time to check your grades, make sure that you're right where you expect. And you'll see that also the class survey is now available to you. That is also due August 2nd. So let's talk a little bit about what's coming up in these modules. We can see that with week 7, we've got reading in 2 parts. Part 1 on information security, protecting trust and safeguarding connection. You're going to have your reading there, your takeaways, and your check-in. And then again, reading, takeaways, and check-in for part 2, stewardship strategy and human centeredness. And then we're going to work on a startup pitch deck discussion. And so what I want you to do here is to prepare either using PowerPoint or Google Slide. It's up to you. If you use PowerPoint, you can upload your file. If you use Google Slides, you can copy and paste your link in. You're going to want to share your work with the class. So make sure once you post it, you go back and click on it and make sure that you can log in. So particularly in Google Slides, make sure your settings are set so that anyone can view your file. So here's what your pitch deck must include. How you approach it is up to you. And again, imagine yourself pitching your business within the themes of these 2 chapters for assignment week 7. Within these themes, you're going to want to answer these key areas and address these key areas. Make sure you follow the 6x6 rule. No more than 6 bullets per slide, no more than 6 words per bullet, and that your key slide takeaway is clearly listed in the slide title. Keep it simple. Avoid clutter. I don't want a bunch of animation, a bunch of transition. I do want you to use charts, diagrams, images. Think simple, clearly. Think about this from the standpoint if you were giving this pitch to a group of investors, and make sure that you keep your audience in mind and you integrate the themes from the chapter. You're going to upload your presentation or provide that link, and you're going to write a paragraph explaining what your startup's purpose is, a key MIS or security feature you're proud of, and a challenge you faced creating your IS strategy, and then reply at least to 2 classmates with feedback, what was compelling, what stood out, anything that you'd suggest for improvement. So this is all part of the startup business plan process, right? So we've done, as we look back kind of at our history of assets here, we've worked with Excel, we've engaged in a blueprint for our business plan. We've had discussions around key ideas and themes from the chapter. We've created an IT asset tracker. We've done a deeper dive with Excel. And we've gotten into using AI as a partner and to collaborate and to make our findings even more structured and insightful. We've worked with databases as ways to solve business challenges, tables, queries, forms, reports. We've gone into that at the advanced level. We've thought about the way we could have AI help us in our own business database. And now we've got our pitch deck. And then finally, we're going to wrap up with week 8, which is a reading around information system design and iterative design for continuous growth, and then our final project. So let's talk about our final project here. We're going to do this in a fun Shark Tank format. And I kind of thought a lot about this. I thought, what would be a great way to end the class? Why don't we have each student collect together kind of their best assets and put together all using the same business template, a business template specific to their business, sort of your final business plan for your startup business, and then key assets that you've developed, refined, polished, not only in your coursework, but since then. So I want you to go back here in week 7 and week 8 and look at some of those things and choose a couple that you're going to apply further insight to, further themes from the textbook, further work, creative, critical thinking, or otherwise, whether that be in Excel, whether that be with AI, database work, whether that be with your startup pitch deck, your IT asset tracker, whatever it is. You're going to put all that together in a single post along with your final business plan. And then I want you to create a video where you're going to pitch it to the class. And that's going to be super fun. You can use your phone or you can use a screen recorder. There's lots of stuff out there. You figure it out. I've had students do this in the past. It's really fun. You can set up your phone and be professional, get dressed up, and you can give your pitch. You could even create like an audience format with some friends or some family. And then your classmates are going to review each person's pitch and their business plan and their associated assets. And then you're going to vote on which one you think is the strongest. And then I'll announce those strongest ones in my final class email. Keep in mind, August 2nd is the last day of class. I'll probably start processing grades on August 3rd. I'll probably send out my final class email, which is like, hey, everybody, all grades are posted. Go in and check your grades, your letter grades there. And by the way, here's who the class voted for as our best, the class as Shark Tank as our best ideas and best startup projects of the summer term. And so I had AI create a little image here that kind of takes our Shark Tank, TV show guys. Here's Mark Cuban. This is sort of a likeness here, and then sort of our pitch. So here's how I've described it. Again, you're going to come in and really think about showcasing critical thinking, creativity. Every student's going to have a different way of doing this, but your goal is to convince us, your classmates, me, to invest in your business. And so not just financially, but with our trust and our support. And so first, you want to gather up these items and review them. These are like our hard assets from earlier in the course, right? Our business startup blueprint, our final Excel work where we worked with AI, our IT asset tracker, our project check-in, the different things that you identified there that you needed to work on strengths and weaknesses. So you're thinking about that, you're bringing that together, you're polishing that. Your database work, your startup in your pitch deck discussion for week 7. So all of these are like tangible things. And so you're going to reflect on your textbook readings. You're going to think about your growth in the course, and then you're going to identify opportunities within these to pick 2, or more. Maybe there's some other asset in the course that you want to pick, and you're going to enhance, revise, finalize, and you're going to submit those 2 in your post along with your startup business plan, filled out, completed template right here. I want everyone to use this same template. So if you want to copy and paste earlier ideas you have or whatever into that. So this is a project you're going to be working over the next 2 weeks. You're going to upload in your discussion post your completed business plan, which is this right here, completed. And then make sure when you download this, you put your last name with it when you save it and re-upload it. And then 2 or more polished project assets that help tell the story of 1 or more parts of your business. And then you're going to record a short video, 3 to 5 minutes, where you present your business plan and highlight the key components of your work. So your tone should be confident, it should be professional. Imagine you're pitching to the sharks on Shark Tank. You can use any platform you want, as long as once you upload your video, it's viewable. I've had students upload the file itself. I've had students upload the file to YouTube and make it unlisted and provide the link so that anyone can view it. I've had students use Vimeo. Whatever you want to do, you figure it out. You can use AI to figure it out. You can do research. There are a ton of ways that you can upload video. You can use a screen recorder. Windows has a built-in screen recorder. Mac has the same. The possibilities are endless. So that's part of this project, is for you to figure that out. And then step 2 is to review your peer projects, watch your classmates' videos, reflect on their plans and their assets, and choose 2 that you felt were the most compelling and leave thoughtful and substantive comments. Explain what they did well, offer constructive suggestions. And then finally, step 3 is casting your vote. So I want you to vote for the startup business plan you believe is the strongest overall. So you're going to use this link to come over here and go ahead and vote. And this is, you're going to vote on which one was the most compelling and why. So you're going to include the name of the business and then the student's name who created it. And be sure to reflect, on the business plan itself, and also the associated assets, as well as the compellingness of the video submission itself. And then I'll let you know who the top projects were in my last class announcement. So as we look at this right here, your first post is worth 45 points. Your second and third one is worth 5 points, and then your vote is worth 5 points. So that's 55 total. And when we come back here, when paired with the reading, that's 65. That should be, hold on a second. As I look back at the syllabus, 65, that should be 75. So I'm going to go in before before you see this, but by the time you see it, I'm going to make this worth 65 right here. So I'm going to bump up those points inside of there to be 55, 5, and 5. So in other words, this will be 55 right here, and then this will be 5 and 5. Okay, so that'll be 65 total, and then 10 for the reading for that final project. So that's it. That's the entire course, and I just want to thank you. I'm so excited that we made it to the end. I'm so excited we had a great experience. I loved having you as a group of students. I would love to have you back in the fall. I'm particularly teaching 2 courses, CSIT 160 and 165. They're both on the brand new Cal-GETSI pattern for Area 4 for UC and CSU transfer for general education. So some of you may need that. I would love to have you in my class. Those are really fun, thoughtful, critical thinking classes where we explore technology broadly as it relates to society and some of the implications of our online world. So if you want to join me in those, there's no computer work. It's a lot of thinking, reading, and reflecting and discussion. And so I'd welcome you in those. And then keep in mind, that you can go to the miracosta.edu/CSIT page and scroll down here and look at our course and degree and certificate guide. And you might be interested, many of you enrolled in the AI program. We have 27 classes that we teach across the department. Here's when they're offered. And then here's how, our degrees look and what the requirements and electives are. And so we have degrees, we have certificates of achievement and certificates of proficiency. And then also, classes like this often just offer standalone students transfer opportunities to the UC and CSU system as an elective, or maybe you're a business major or whatever. But whoever you are, I've enjoyed having you as a student. Feel free to get in touch with me as department chair. I'm available to you as an advisor if you need me at any time. And again, good luck as you wrap up the course. I expect many of you will be wrapping up this coming week early. That's great. Have fun with this final project. I can't wait to see what students come up with. It's always super fun. I'm really emphasizing critical thinking and creativity. I want you to really stretch and have fun. So I can't wait to see what you come up with, and I can't wait to see who the top projects are as voted by you. So I'll tally those up and share those results. But again, thanks again. And as you approach your future studies, hopefully you have a new view on technology that's been informed by this class. And maybe if the bug's bitten you a little bit, you might consider this as an area of study or this as a major. So again, just want to encourage you and wish you success as you continue your studies here at MiraCosta and beyond.